All right, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Crepusculara, and this is my first time using Streamlabs, my first time doing Go Chatting, or just chatting, so bear with me. But we've got it going here, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of check in and talk about February a little bit. We made it through January, today is February 1st, so yay. I kind of wanted to talk about this concept of Valloween, which is like a Valentine's Day, Halloween kind of mashup that I've been seeing kind of trending a lot lately. I think over the last couple of years, but this year especially. Obviously, February, one of the big things about it is Valentine's Day. All the decor is hearts and, chocolate, candy, all of that good stuff. But I'm seeing a lot of Halloween kind of creeping its way into that, which I'm obviously, all here for. I'm one of those kind of Halloween year-round type people, so definitely here for the Halloween, the spooky stuff, however we can get it. So yeah, Halloween plus Valentine's Day. I'm seeing a lot of those, like, during Halloween people were doing like boo boxes or boo baskets, kind of cute little like gift baskets with like a plushie from a scary movie, maybe like some chocolates, candies, but I'm seeing those pop up for Valentine's Day now too, with again like a plushie, maybe like a pink ghost face or like a pink tumbler with ghost face on it, or like hearts for eyes, those types of things. Classic. I'll show you a shirt here that I have, ghost face with the call me, hearts, all of that good stuff. So cutesy horror stuff, right? It's kind of a weird little mashup, but for people who love horror, it kind of makes sense. So I'm kind of here for it. Would love to know what other people think. But yeah, there's a lot of spooky stuff going on this month, which is kind of interesting and kind of cool. So one thing that is happening is that Cinemark, the movie theater chain, is doing a series of kind of throwback horror movies for like, one night only in the theater. This week, the first week of February, the series is called Love You to Death. So again, they're kind of tying in that horror with the Valentine's February love kind of theme. So I'm really excited about it. I love going to the movies to see old movies in theaters, maybe movies that came out when I was too young or that I didn't have a chance to see in the theater, and getting that theater experience with movies. That even if I've seen them at home or whatever, it's just kind of that theater experience, and getting to watch a movie that you've seen and maybe you love it and you get to watch it with strangers is kind of cool. It might be, maybe those people have never seen that movie and you get to kind of watch people watch that movie for the first time, even if it's people that you don't know, or other people who like love the movie and they're like sitting there quoting along with it, or something like that. It's kind of cool to be around a bunch of strangers and you're all kind of watching this movie that you all love, and having that kind of common ground sort of thing is weird. So I love it. So some of the movies that they're playing this week, tonight is actually the first night, and it is Silence of the Lambs, which I've seen a million times. Great movie. I did watch it recently, but I've never seen it in the theaters, so it'll be cool to kind of get that experience, and again kind of get people's reactions, whether they're seeing it for the first time or maybe they're a longtime fan, and they'll kind of be cheering along with whatever happens. So looking forward to going to see that one tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm also really excited for Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992. So I have never seen this version. I might have seen parts of it, but I've never watched it start to finish for sure. I've always kind of known that it's existed, but I've never watched it. We actually picked up a copy on Laserdisc recently. And haven't watched it yet. I was really looking forward to watching it on Laserdisc. But now that it's in theater, I'm like, that's kind of even better. So that should be really great. It stars Gary Oldman as Dracula, which I'm really excited to see his portrayal of that. Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves, which will be amazing. And Anthony Hopkins as well as Van Helsing. So I'm really excited to see that. That'll be tomorrow night. After that, Midsummer. That movie came out in 2019, so that's a little bit newer. I think that's probably the most recent release in this series that Cinemark is doing, that they're kind of doing the flashback for this week. So Midsummer is like a folk horror movie. I remember seeing trailers for it when it came out and really wanting to go see it, and I never had the opportunity. So now I'll be able to see it in theaters I think that's on Monday night. So that'll be great. Next one after that is My Bloody Valentine. I guess this movie's been remade. I don't know that much about it. They are playing the 1981, which I believe is the original. So like I said, I don't know anything about it. I've heard of it. I know there's a band by that name as well. I haven't researched it. I kind of want to go in blind on that one and just, show up and I'll watch it. That one obviously kind of makes sense for February, Valentine's Day, My Bloody Valentine. So we'll see what that one's all about. But I'm excited that that's in there too. They've kind of got a good mix of older movies, newer movies, very, popular movies, like something like Silence of the Lambs. So many people have seen that movie, but, maybe not as many people have seen My Bloody Valentine. So great mix of films going on in this series here. After that one, they've got Shaun of the Dead. That's going to wrap up. It's just a five-night series. So Shaun of the Dead will be the last one of the Love You to Death series from Cinemark. I've seen that movie a bunch. It's really funny. It's Simon Pegg, and I forget the name of the other actor, fighting zombies, and it's just... I haven't seen it in a really long time. I forget what year it came out. It's been a while, but that's always a good one. So we'll definitely be trying to make it to all of those films in the theaters this week. Another reason I do just enjoy going to those events, like one is definitely for the experience and everything, but I also just like to support that because I really enjoy it when movie theaters do these throwbacks. And even if it's a movie like Shaun of the Dead, I've seen it a bunch, like haven't really been hankering to watch it, but I'll go because if people don't go to these showings, they're not going to keep doing them. So the more people go, the more they'll, come up with other movies to play as throwbacks. So I do enjoy it. Obviously this is Cinemark doing it, so they're, a pretty large company. I'm pretty sure they're a national chain. We also have some local theaters here in the area that do these throwbacks, and I think it's really important to support them, especially as local theaters. There's one here that's actually a nonprofit theater. They do a lot of education films and stuff like that. So when they do throwbacks of like these classic films, I love to go just to support that theater as a local business and as a nonprofit and a place that does like film education and plays a lot of educational films and things like that. So that's amazing. It's also fun to support it when it's a company like Cinemark as well, because I think it's just a cool thing to do. So that being said, there's a couple other movies and then we'll move on to some other topics. Hellraiser, which I've never seen. I don't want to admit that on camera, but I've never seen Hellraiser. The original, the remake, sequel, whatever they did, none of it. I think my dad used to watch it when I was like really little, but he didn't let me watch it. Parents let me watch, Child's Play and Scream when I was like 5, 8 years old, but Hellraiser for some reason flew under the radar for me when I was a kid. Never had an opportunity to see it. And this is now the 40th anniversary, I guess. That's crazy. So that movie's actually older than me. But we're going to go see it in theaters of all things. Remastered, whatever. Great. That is a, what's the name of the company that does those? I can't think of it. Fathom Events. They play a lot of these throwback things in theaters, or like they'll do National Theater Live, which is kind of cool that you can go to the movie theaters and watch like a filming of a play, a production. Kind of weird, but still cool. It's good to have those opportunities to see things that you wouldn't otherwise normally get to see. It's obviously not the in-person experience if you're watching like a play on a movie theater screen, but better than nothing, I guess. So Fathom Events, they do a lot of great things with entertainment as well. So they're promoting the 40th anniversary of Hellraiser. So that is actually a 2-night event. I believe it's Wednesday and Thursday. I'm planning on going to see Hellraiser on Thursday in the theaters. So that'll be super fun. Following that, Friday night, our local theater, the one I was mentioning, they do Friday night late nights. So that one is going to be Donnie Darko, which I don't really know if that's necessarily a horror movie. I think a lot of like kind of goths tend to be drawn to it just because it's kind of dark. With the aesthetic, it is kind of like a little bit thriller, suspensey. It's just weird. There's a giant bunny rabbit from space. I don't know. There's weird stuff going on in that movie. That was pretty popular when I was in high school. I've seen it a ton of times. It's been a while since I watched it. But again, would love to see it in a theater experience. And again, that's at the local nonprofit theater, so I love supporting them. I have a membership there, which is great. So continue to go to watch those films, so they'll keep playing them. So that'll be great. So lots of great movies this month. Like I said, with between Cinemark and then the Hellraiser thing through Fathom Events, those should be happening at, various locations across the country. So I encourage you to check those out if you're looking for some spooky stuff to do this month. So yeah, I will get back to you guys on what I think of some of those films that I haven't seen before. Midsummer, My Bloody Valentine, Hellraiser, Dracula. Speaking of Dracula, by the way, has anyone seen Nosferatu? Oh my god. I saw it, not like the day it came out like on Christmas Day or the day before Christmas or something, but I saw it shortly thereafter, and I thought it was really good. I did really enjoy it. I've never seen like the original silent film, or there's been like a couple other remakes and things. I've never seen any of them. Shame on me. I really want to, and now that I've seen this most recent one, I really, really want to. So I'm definitely going to try to get more into that. But I have seen the newest one. I did enjoy it. It was good. Good stuff. So I'm excited to kind of go back and watch another Dracula film after seeing Nosferatu. I've seen a million Dracula movies, but obviously Nosferatu is kind of like an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. So it'll be good to get a kind of refresher on that story and just kind of compare the similarities and differences between the two narratives there. So good stuff. I'll be looking for more movies to watch throughout the month because I want to kind of keep it spooky. It's great that we're starting it off. So on the lookout for more scary movies to watch this month. Okay, so moving on from movies, I wanted to talk about some games, right? So I do also do some streaming on Twitch with playing games, mostly PlayStation. Occasionally we do some retro streams. But PS5 has kind of been my jam lately. So I recently finished playing through Little Nightmares 2, which is a really spooky game. That game freaks me out. I played the first one a couple years ago too. So I did get through that, so that's done. But I do have videos up of my playthroughs from that. If anyone wanted to watch them, they are on my YouTube channel. I'm sure there's a link to that somewhere in my bio or what have you. So Little Nightmares, so I won't be playing more of that in February because I just finished it. My intention was to pick back up Doom Eternal, which is what I was playing before. I kind of, just wanted a little bit of a break and jumped back into Little Nightmares. So I'll probably be playing some more Doom Eternal this month, which isn't really like a horror game. There's like demons and blood and skulls and all that good stuff, but I don't really consider it like, they're not really trying to like scare you. Doom 3 was like supposed to be scary. It was very dark. You had a flashlight. There were a lot of like kind of trapdoors that would open, demons that would come out from behind you, like that whole thing. Didn't really work out too well. So Doom Eternal is on my radar. I will try to work on that this month just because that's something I've been planning on doing anyway. And it kind of fits the scary, I don't know, theme a little bit. Probably maybe also try to stream some Until Dawn, which I have played through before at least once. The Quarry, I played through that on a couch co-op mode. I haven't played through it by myself before, so that'll be cool to kind of revisit some of those kind of episodal, spooky-ish games. So I might do some of those this month. I've also been playing Don't Starve, which I don't know if it's necessarily considered like a horror game, but there's it's just kind of spooky in general, like just the art style, and it's at night and things can come out and grab you, and there's just weird things that happen in that game. So I'll probably stream some more of that because I've been kind of getting back into that recently. Another one is Dead by Daylight. I played that game a lot a couple years ago and then just kind of got frustrated with it. Because it's really difficult. One thing is like just waiting for it to match you with other players, because you play online with random people if you don't have like a bunch of friends who want to play with you. So it takes a really long time for the matches to like find people depending on what time of day you're playing, and then everything has to load, and that's kind of annoying. And then it's kind of like playing Halo against a 10-year-old. Like, you just get pwned constantly. So, you know, I'm not very good at the game, or people are just way too good at it that I get matched up with. So it's really tough to kind of enjoy that game a lot so much, which is sad because I like the concept of it. I like a lot of the killers and things, but also a lot of people just complain about some of the mechanics and the way that game functions. But I would like to try again and pick it back up, and hopefully it's balanced a little bit better. I play as both a killer and a victim. I know some people who only play as one or the other, which probably helps you get better at it. But I like to kind of mix it up and play as both. So we'll see if I can get back into that. Chat, Prodigy Mini Golf, welcome to the chat. Lost Boys, that is a great movie. We actually watched it recently. I think it would be really cool if they put that one back in theaters. I think that would be very well attended. But yeah, Lost Boys is a great movie, 80s flick. Vampires, who doesn't love vampires? That would kind of fit with the whole like Valentine's theme too, right? Because there is kind of a love interest. Very romantic. Yep, absolutely. I agree. So yeah, Lost Boys is another great recommendation for movies if anyone's looking for movies. Until Dawn, chat, yes. I've been wanting to play Until Dawn again a lot. Like I said, I think I've played it like with people, like couch co-op, watch people play it. I think I've only played through it in its entirety on my own once. I did not do very well. So Until Dawn is like an episodic game where you play as multiple characters. Like you play as this character for a little while, then this character, blah, blah, blah. So you're kind of controlling the characters at different points throughout the story as everything's kind of unfolding, and you have to kind of make decisions. And there's very much like a butterfly effect with the game. So like, if you choose to do this, that might impact your relationship with this person, and then like they won't help you in a situation that comes up down the line type thing. So there's a lot of different outcomes and ways you can play through that game. Pretty much the goal is to like keep everybody alive. And I think there's like, I don't even know, 5 or 6 people that you can end the game with all being alive. And I think by the end I had 2 people still alive. So it was better than 1. But not great. A lot of the people I was responsible for didn't make it, which maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Emily sucks. Yes, Emily, one of the characters in the game, her name is Emily, and I think, oh yeah, she's just like really rude and very like, she's high maintenance. But I think she survived when I played. She and the other girl's name is Sam. Sam's really cool. Most of the characters are cool. I don't really want any of them to die, but sometimes it's hard to keep them alive. So maybe we'll pick that back up and see how we do, if we can do any better. Because that game's pretty spooky. Same thing with The Quarry. It's a very similar game where it's episodes. You're kind of controlling different characters, talking to each other. There's like social situations. There's decisions that need to be made. So that's another good one. I think Until Dawn's a little bit scarier, just kind of from what I remember. There's one part where you have to creep around in this house and there's like a creepy guy that you have to stay away from, and that part really like kind of gets my heart rate up and makes me anxious. But yeah, so I would like to pick those 2 up again a little bit and play through those some. Maybe Dead by Daylight, we'll see. So for those games, I would be streaming them here on Twitch as well. And then let's see. So yeah, I'm open to other suggestions for scary video games. I'm sure there's a lot out there. Those are just ones that kind of I'm familiar with, that I've played before, that I would continue to play a little bit through this month, because we're doing Spooky February. In the same vein as video games, there's also a board game that I've been playing a lot that's super spooky that I want to do more of this month as well, and that's Final Girl. I should have brought the box up here with me, but Final Girl is like, it's a 1-player tabletop board game, survival. Obviously, the trope with horror movies is, you know, there's this one girl that survives. She's kind of like the fighter. Maybe she rescues a couple of her friends, but always kind of is the survivor at the end. Oh, Canther in chat, you could always go classic mode and play Resident Evil games. Yes. So, Blake and I actually were playing one of the Resident Evil games on PlayStation. I don't even remember which one it was, what it was called, but we could totally pick that one back up. There's lots of retro games at my disposal that we could play and stream as well. So I would love to collaborate with some people to jump in on any co-op games that we could play. There's lots of things there. I don't think we streamed it, but Jeff and I had done we were playing the old Nosferatu game on Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I don't even know. Not the easiest game, but it's cool when you're going for that kind of aesthetic and obviously getting ready for the movie that came out and everything. So yes, definitely open to more suggestions for games. But yeah, Final Girl is a board game that I've been getting into a lot. I did a stream of that a few weeks ago, a couple months ago. I don't even know at this point. But I want to do more streaming of that game. And that stream was actually kind of got some traction, which was cool. So I do want to do more Final Girl streams. I got a couple more boxes over the holidays. So I'm looking forward to busting those out. I've been playing with one that's based on The Thing, which is another movie I haven't seen. So one of these movie theaters needs to put that out there so I can go watch it. Just saying. It's based on The Thing. So that one's been really fun to play. There's kind of a lot of extra mechanics that they add in to that update. So definitely planning on doing more streaming of Final Girl. It's so fun. And a lot of people have told me that they're either interested in watching it or that it just is an interesting game to kind of watch, which is, weird because it's like a one-player game, but I really feel like you could kind of play it with at least someone kibitzing. So yeah, looking forward to doing more of that. I think that's about it for games. I don't know if there's a couple of you in chat if you have any other suggestions. Yeah, looking forward to Spooky February. I like this concept. I'm definitely a horror, scary things year-round type person, but like I said, when it's the more easily accessible it can be, the better. So, like I said, we're going to see Silence of the Lambs tonight. Couple more movies this week for throwbacks, late nights, whatnot. So it'll be a really good time, I think. I'll keep you guys updated on how those go, what we think. Play a couple more spooky games. I think it's going to be a good month. Also, quick shout out. So my shirt, Let's Watch Horror Movies. I did that backwards. I see this design a lot around Halloween on like Facebook and Instagram and whatever. And like the artist never gets credited. This is by an artist named Dino Mike. DINO MIKE, Dino Mike Designs. If you like Google him or look for him on Instagram, you'll be able to find him. This is his original design. You can get it from a bunch of different t-shirt companies or whatever if you want a shirt, but he has a lot of different designs. A lot of it's kind of spooky, this art style, very cool stuff. So I recommend you look him up because this design gets floated around all the time and around Halloween. So yeah, we're keeping it spooky. I'll let you guys know how everything goes. But I gotta go get ready to go see Silence of the Lambs. So got my lotion ready. Puts the lotion on the skin. And yeah, we're gonna go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. And stay spooky.